for stopping by. Being all disheveled today, but I did want to get this video in even though my life's a little crazy right now. So here is the actual box. It is I think it was meant to be a recipe box. It is wooden, and what I've done is taken some of the very beautiful Graphic45 paper and just covered all sides of the box. I did also cover the lid. You can see there, this is what I've done to the lid. I made this right here a 3D embellishment. I just fussy cut two of the elements from the paper, and I Cricut cut with my Basecamp cartridge those letters. What I actually did is I cut those letters out of the tag that I used in the front, and this comes from the Sentimental cartridge, and I did 2 layers, and so those letters were actually cut out of this red piece. And then I mounted that to black, so that's how come this shows up in black. And then I took my painting marker and then I just painted around that so you could get kind of an etched look, the way toy boxes have, you know, the wood etched or embossed, I should say, look to them. I also purchased a little handle in the wood department of Hobby Lobby that I mounted there to the front to be kind of a lid holder. Now I apologize that the lid isn't attached yet. I was busy getting it all painted and distressed. I didn't quite get the brackets attached. But the reason it was on clearance was that the little hinges like this that came with it were broken. And so I'm just going to take these hinges and attach them to the back here. And this is actually, my hinges are plan B. What I had initially wanted to do is I had some of these leather tags, and you can see here that they're kind of thick, and so they didn't work real great as hinges, and it kind of did something to my paper. So this was what the hinge was going to be, but it just wasn't flexible enough. So I just did buy some replacement hinges, and I'm going to get those mounted on there. But that will hold the lid on. I did put some ribbon, and I want to show you this ribbon. Actually started off white, so this is the same ribbon that's on there. But I used my brushed corduroy distressing ink and my alcohol ink, my Adirondack gold alcohol ink, and my mushroom colored Adirondack ink. And these are alcohol based, so they work really great to dye your ribbons to a color that you would like. They come in all kinds of different color shades. A lot of them match the Distress inks by Tim Holtz. But the gold and the mushroom is what I used to make this ribbon the color that would match. I wanted to give this a very vintage look. I wanted it to be a toy box that looks like it might have come from the same period as the paper was sort of covering. And then on the front here I just added some blinks to the top. So the corners on this tag label here on the front, and I don't know if you can see it, but I used gold painty pen to kind of add some embellishments there to give it again that embossed look. Now when you do open the lid, I did cover the inside, and in here I'm probably going to put my son's name. This is going to be a mini album showing my older 2 boys and some of their toys and pictures of them playing. So I'll probably put their names in here with a Cricut cut. Now I did repaint the entire box. I'm not going to line the inside right now. I may change my mind on that, but I did paint the entire box was kind of like a mushroom color, and you can see that on my website. But I wanted it to coordinate with the paper better, so I'm just going to set that lid here. And then the mini album, and you can see a picture of this on my website. I used the Playtimes Past from the paper, and I just fussy cut that and mounted that on some foam tape and some basil so that would sit up off the page. I did use some ribbon here and a couple of layers of ribbon and some stickles to add in the little blue dots. I did use a child's ear cartridge to cut out these play friends here, and I will probably use a lot of a child's ear and Boys Will Be Boys cuts from my Cricut to finish off the pages. I did put a Prima Bling here in the corner and some Tim Holtz film strip ribbon that's back here. And you can't see it real well, but there is like a teapot in the background on this paper. This paper is just gorgeous. I hated covering it up. I try not to as much as possible when the paper is this beautiful, but I did want to put some pictures of my children in here. I'm doing a paper bag album. The paper bags started out as these little mini paper bags that you can get at your local craft store. I did cut off the the tooth edge that came along here, and I am binding this with just a strip of paper that I'm folding in half. And I'll just show you that. I'm just folding it in half and using that. I kind of left some so I could show you, and attaching it from bag to bag. And I'll show you more of the pages. I do have one inside page done so that you can get a good look of what the mini will be like. This has the little toy soldiers, and I punched out a circle here and put the Making Memories little metal sentiments in here. This one says friends, and this one says playtime duo. And then these are little tags that I will put pictures on, and they just slide into here. I'm keeping it, again, really simple because the paper's just so beautiful. Again, you can put something on the back. And I'm leaving myself room here in the edge for binding, and that's just the first page, and again, that's the cover that will fit here inside the toy box. And it will be a nice memory keeper for some great pictures I have of my boys playing with all of their favorite toys. So I hope you like this project. Please leave me a comment. I do really appreciate those. They help making these videos worth it, really, for a lot of us. And you can also visit my website, creativecutter.org, for some more tips, project ideas, Cricut cuts, and tutorials. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.